Hey guys, and welcome back to the wonderful world of The Sims 4. My name is Abby, and today we're going to be building Ursula's Cave. This is another one of my Disney builds. I've done a few already. I've done an apartment inspired by Cruella de Vil, which I think I might revisit something like that. Well, I was going to say Lady and the Tramp, but Cruella de Vil's not in Lady and the Tramp. I'm an idiot. I may do something Lady and the Tramp themed though soon. I was thinking of doing that, so we'll see. I'm gonna have some more Disney builds coming up soon. I really have been excited to do this one, and I'm glad that I waited because this was like one of the first speed builds I had in mind to do for my channel here, and I'm glad that I waited until the vampire stuff pack came out because there's some really cool items in there that I used for Ursula, even though she's a sea witch. She's not, actually a vampire. But she is into that really gothic looking styled stuff, very glamorous. And I really tried to capture that glamour in this cave, even though it is a cave. So, it's still going to look like a cave. It's going to be better looking than like any normal cave would be, I suppose. And I know this is supposed to be underwater. Of course, her cave is actually under the water. So we are going to put a lot of lights in here, and I do dim those lights and I do make them blue to make it look a little bit more like it's underwater. And you could possibly add a pool around the edges of the cave to, like, I don't know, make it look more like it's part of the water. But I didn't want to do that. I liked the rocks and I liked the sand. I liked making it look like it was part of a beach, like a human could walk into it, I suppose. And I really like to keep it usable for Sims. So it's got everything you would need, I think, to live. I don't know. Now that I said that, I don't think there's a bookshelf, but you can easily put that in there if you wanted to use this and actually live in it. There's items that you could put in here. It is a tight space, but you could obviously extend the basement walls down there. I wanted to keep it relatively small and realistic. This did not take me as long as I thought it would. I thought that placing the rocks here would take me forever, but it didn't. It actually went by pretty quickly. And I just used the rocks that are part of the, what is that? The greenery. I don't know what button. The little tree down there in the bottom left-hand corner. I click it and it takes you to like the decorations that you can use or whatever. And I just used the rocks out of that. In the Crimson Manor build that I did, I actually used the rocks that are furniture. So those look a little bit different. And I liked these better for the cave because they were a little less, a little less square. Those come off a bit square. And that was fine for the edge of a cliff, but I really wanted these to be more rounded since it was making up a cave, And I did use the walls here as they were kind of a roadmap as to where I wanted to put the rocks. So that's basically why those walls are there. You don't really need them, I guess, other than to actually make it look realistic, like as far as lighting, because I don't think, like, if you didn't put the walls there and didn't put the roof there, I don't think the lighting would be correct. I think it would still register as if it was outside, even though there would be rocks hovering around it. So, yeah, it was probably a good idea that I did that. This was a pretty cool build for me to do. It was really interesting. I liked this. This was fun. I actually had a really, really good time building this. I didn't get to the point in time where I got like frustrated and had to stop. I do that a lot with bigger builds, but this wasn't that big, and this was still something really creative to do, something really fun. There's probably other people that have done this because I don't feel like this is a very unique idea, but I like to think that it was a pretty good idea on my part. There's probably other people who have done it better too, so I haven't looked. Usually when I get an idea, I don't like to look and see if somebody else has already done it because I want to do it, obviously. It was my idea to do it, but I don't want to like steal their idea. I don't want to look at theirs and be like, oh, they did that, I'm going to do that. Like, I wouldn't do that on purpose, but like subconsciously, you get these little ideas from, oh, they used pink walls in this room, or they did this in this room. They put some greenery here and it looked really good. Maybe I should do that. I don't like to do that. I like to do it on my own, and I like to do, what I think I should do, So I really, after I did this, and after I posted it on the gallery and everything, it's already on the gallery, so you can download it if you'd like to do that. I thought maybe I should not have filled the whole lot with sand. It does look a little bit like rough around the edges, but I don't know, it's okay. Maybe this would have looked better in Oasis Springs. I think that's what it's called, the place with the desert. But I wanted it to be close to the water, so that's why I put it in the on the island in Windenburg. I use those lots there a lot in Windenburg, actually. I had a really tough time putting the mailbox somewhere because you have to have a mailbox, and I just, it did not look good anywhere that I put it. It didn't make sense. So I just kind of tucked it away over to the side of the rocks. So it should be usable. I think I put some plants around it to kind of disguise it a little bit. I didn't want it to, whenever you download a lot and it doesn't have a mailbox on it, it like automatically puts a mailbox down just like anywhere, just really randomly. And I didn't want it to do that like if you guys downloaded this and wanted to play with it. So I did hide that mailbox over there in the corner. Hopefully you can actually get to it. If not, I mean, you can move some stuff around and make it to where it'll work. And then I just popped some greenery around the place just to make it look like, you know, some plants were growing out of the crevices of the rocks and stuff. Looks pretty cool. I love doing Disney builds. Disney builds are so fun. I actually made a Ursula character. She's not in any of the screenshots or anything, but I can put her on the gallery if you guys would like. She's not that great. I mean, she's okay. I put her in, what is it? There's a dress that came with a vampire stuff pack, and it's like, it's got a really high neck in the back, and I put her in that for her everyday wear, and I think like for some of her other outfits. But then like I used some other purple dresses for her other outfits, I think. Yeah. I think. Now I'm trying to think. Yeah, I don't think I did anything too special. I think I put her in a purple robe for when she sleeps, so. Like I said, nothing too special. I just wanted to make her for whenever I took the screenshots. She actually went fishing while I was taking the screenshots, so she doesn't show up in any of the pictures. Oops. Taking the screenshots is actually kind of difficult. It was hard to get the right angle, especially because we've got that open wall there. We got leading into the cave. It like leaves, whenever you go down into the basement to look back up, it like leaves like a black space there. See, you can see it right there when I'm down in the basement actually building, the black space. And whenever you go, like, you hit tab to go and take screenshots to make it look really good. And whenever you do that, it, like, makes everything look black when you're down in the basement anyway. I mean, in the other areas, it doesn't really do that. But down in the basement, it did. I did put a little garden area there because I thought, well, she's a sea witch, so maybe she would, like, grow her own herbs and stuff. Yeah, so lots of plant life, lots of like, I mean, I imagine that this would be like seaweed, even though it's ivy. I just imagine, you know, she would have a lot of greenery, not that she would put it up, but that it would just have shown up because it's outdoors. I don't know. It made sense to me. Everything really looks a lot better once I get like, in nighttime when I'm in the screenshots and I've got all the lights set the right way. Because the blue lights really just make the place. It makes it look like it. Oh, yeah, you can definitely tell what this is. I just used that cauldron there from, I think it was a spooky stuff pack. And I did that because I think when she's got, like, she's singing her Poor Unfortunate Souls song, she's got a cauldron there to create her spell to take away Ariel's voice. So I did put that cauldron there, and I just put those really big blue lights up above it to make it look kind of majestic, I guess. It's not that this place looks really creepy, because it doesn't. It just looks really magical. And I mean, I think that would make more sense than it being really scary, because Ursula does get a lot of people who come into her cave looking for help and looking for, you know, a way out, or a way, like, to do things. A way out really was not a good choice of words. I meant, like, a way to fulfill what they want to do. I don't know. Like, she says that, you know, she makes like women will come in and they want to be thinner, so she'll make them thinner, and then men want to be able to get the girl, and then she'll make them be able to get the girl. So people come in expecting help, and I mean, I just thought it'd be more interesting for it to look a little bit more magical than scary. That would make more sense to me. So that's what I did. I did put like the scratches on the walls though, and some cobwebs and stuff though. I mean, I wanted it to balance out, to look like it should. So we do have a lot of glamorous furniture, and those separators are actually from City Living. And then I just put the greenery on there with the move objects on. I just did that. And then these objects are from the debug menu, and I think you could see me typed in bb.ignore gameplay unlocks entitlement, and then I typed in bb.show hidden objects, and it pulls up, like, well, you have to type in the little search box debug, and then it'll pull up all these items that you wouldn't normally find in build mode, but are like gameplay items. Like I think those test tubes are from when the children have like their little scientist tables. They can use those on the science table, and you'll see them like in their hands, but they're not really items that like exist in build mode, I guess. And they're not really, you can't like click on them and use them, I don't think, anyway. You might can, I'm really not sure. I did the same thing with those little pieces of makeup. I put those like everywhere on her vanity. I knew Ursula would totally have a vanity. Pretty sure that's part of the song as well. I think she puts on lipstick while she's sitting at her vanity. I think it looks a bit different though. I think she's got like a clam seat, but you know, we don't have a lot of like sea looking items. So I just stuck with a very glamorous old Victorian furniture, and you know, purples. She obviously, you know, would love purple. She has purple tentacles, right? Yeah, I think so. So, yeah, and then I just did a little kitchen space here, because if you do have a sim who's going to live in this lot, they're going to need to have a kitchen. They're going to need to eat. So I did put a little kitchen space there. So there will be a small bathroom. There's no television in this lot, though. I do some builds that don't have television. I had to just stop recording there for a second because the garbage truck was outside and it was really, really loud. So I did stop like mid-sentence. Sorry about that. But there is no TV, even though I did attempt to put a TV in this build. But I do that with some builds anyway, just to keep them with like their, like, when they should have been made, I suppose. Like the Cinderella speed build, I did not put any televisions or computers or anything in that lot. So no technology in that one, and I just think it helps to keep it more like realistic looking. It makes it look like, oh yeah, this is at a certain time period, or this person that lives here is from a certain time period. So yeah, no electronics down here, no tablets or anything. They love those tablets, man. I don't know if you've ever noticed, if you put a tablet in the house, like with the Sims, they will not put that thing down. They can't live without it. My brother, whenever he had knee surgery, or not really knee surgery, it was surgery on his what's it called, his ACL. Yeah, and he was staying here with me, and he played on my game a whole lot, and he built his own family and stuff, and he noticed that. He was like, they lose their minds if they don't have their tablet. Which they really don't, but they love that thing. Cannot put it down. But no tablets here. Now we're in the screenshots, and like I said, I mean, it looks really good when I've got those blue lights, and you know, where I actually have it like nighttime, and it looks great. I love it. Especially this area over here with the cauldron, which we'll see in just a second. Yeah. And with the bottles there, it looks so good. I really love it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I enjoy doing quick Disney builds like this a whole lot. Love it. I may do something similar, like do like an aerial bedroom or something. I don't know. That would be interesting. We'll see. I do have some more Disney builds coming up this week, though, so keep an eye out for those. I want to thank you guys again for watching, and if you haven't already, please don't forget to like and subscribe down below, and I will talk to you guys soon.